Good afternoon and welcome back to Behind the Wickets with myself, Lizzie De Silva for Group Editors, and Mr. Albertus Kennedy from SWD Cricket. Albertus, you joining us via Zoom this afternoon. Thank you very much for making time to talk some cricket with us today.
Thank you very much, Lizette. Thanks to technology, we can still record this weekly edition of Behind the Wickets, and I'm looking forward to engage with you and all our viewers.
Yeah. Albertus, the Garden Route Badgers team played two important matches in the Cricket South Africa's Division 2 T20 Challenge. Do you mind sharing with us some of the results from those two matches?
Yeah, the first one was on Saturday where we hosted the Mpumalanga Rhinos in Oudtshoorn. We won the toss and we opted to have a bowl first. And I must say, Lizette, it was one of the more clinical and best bowling and fielding performances of the season thus far. We restricted the Rhinos to 124 for 7. Liam Alder was outstanding with 3 for 26. And thereafter, we surpassed the target easily. We scored 128 for 5 to win by 5 wickets. Nathan Engelbrecht made 28 and Rohan ter Blanche 27. And then on Wednesday, we hosted the unpredictable Eastern Storm at the Recreation Ground in Oudtshoorn in a very, very hot day. The Badgers batted first and they scored 176 for 6, which is a very good total in T20 cricket. Yasin Wali made 42, George van Heerden 30, and Liam Elder 32. And although we picked up 2 early wickets, there was a massive batting onslaught by the Eastern Storm. They surpassed the target with 5 balls to spare to win by 5 wickets. The good news is that we already qualify for the playoffs. I think it is very likely and hopefully that we will finish third on the lock. We can also improve that as we play the Knights tomorrow in Bloemfontein. Unfortunately, the weather predictions for tomorrow in Bloemfontein is not looking very good. So I really hope that we can, have good weather and we can still get the game in. And then I will keep you and all our viewers posted on what will happen going forward.
And they also still have to complete the pool stages of the competition on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what I refer to.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just jumped the question there. As I say, we're on the road to the Mangaung Oval, where we'll take on the Knights in Bloemfontein tomorrow, where we will complete the pool stages. And as I've said earlier, we did qualify for the playoffs, and we hope that if we finish third, we can have a home playoff match in the first round.
Yeah, moving on to the Colts, the Badgers Colts team, which Eli Thorne is captaining. They are playing their first round of matches this coming weekend.
Yeah, we are in Gqeberha at St. George's Park. We're playing against the Eastern Province Colts. The Colts is the pipeline just below the professional team. So we will take on Eastern Province. We've also got 2 SA under 19 players in that side. The captain, he captained the SA under 19 is Benny Hansen, and also Inati Kichini. They one of the great prospects. And as I say, the Colts competition allow for up and coming players to cement themselves a place as future professional players. So all eyes to look on the Colts as they take on Eastern Province. The 3-day game is from Thursday up until Saturday, and on Sunday the same 2 teams will lock horns in the 50-over competition match.
Albertus, and then moving on to the Badgers women's team, they'll have an opportunity to bounce back from a very disappointing match last weekend.
Yeah, they obviously last weekend lost both the Pro 50 and the Pro 20 matches against the Lions after they've been in a position to win those matches. They will host the Northwest Dragons at Oudtshoorn tomorrow in a Pro 50 match, and also the Pro 20 match on Sunday. The good news for the Badgers is that Andre Derksen, who recently participated in the ICC World Cup, where we ended up silver medal winners, will be available for the Badgers. And then also a key player, Lucian Swartz, has recovered from injury. So it's all to play for. And I will say tongue in the cheek, next week when I'm on the program again, I would really like to come and hope and report on 2 outright victories.
And bring us some good news. And then as we move on to the Premier League, the club competition, I had the opportunity to go down to Mossel Bay last Saturday to watch half of the game between Sussex and Puckelsdorp. which Sussex won. Yeah, what happened with all our matches last weekend, the results?
Yeah, we'll jump straight into the contest at the Almeida between Sussex and Pacalthorpe United. And quite rightly, it was a great win for Sussex. They batted first. They scored 201. Lionel Trim made 64 and Franco Geldnys 33. And a great bowling display from Franco Geldnys. He bagged 4 for 21. Pacalthorpe was dismissed for 101 for 100. So it's a 101 bonus point victory for Sussex. A great bounce back from Sussex after they had quite a slow start to the season. Then George took on Knysna Cavaliers at Lurie Park. George batted first. They scored 137. Neil Jordan excelled with 83. And then thereafter, a very good all-round performance from JP Ellis. He bagged 3 for 17 with the ball and made 45 with the ball for Knysna Cavaliers to win by 7 wickets. Harlequins Forces, they were involved in a local derby against Union Stars 1. Lee Henry Meyer bowled exceptionally well for Union Stars 1. He was the top wicket taker last season. He bagged 436 to restrict Harlequins to 125. And Union Stars 1, they surpassed the target, win by 3 wickets, and they're still top of the lock at this point in time of the competition. Then Union Stars 2, they were up against New Dawn Park, who's recently been promoted. That match took place in Pacalthorpe. Union Stars 1 scored 138 and thereafter dismissed New Dawn Park for 115 to win by 23 runs. So that was the results, or were the results of the past weekend's club cricket. And quite exciting, as I say, we picked it beforehand. The match of the weekend definitely was the one between Sussex and Pacalthorpe United.
Yeah, quite a few young faces I also saw there, yeah, next to the field. And club league fixtures that we can look forward to for the coming weekend.
Yeah, thank you, Lizette. You refer to the club competition that will continue this weekend. Some of the clubs, specifically Pacalthorpe and Union Stars, they will be without some of their key players due to their involvement with the Colts and the professional team. So for me, the pick of the matches this weekend will be at the Pacalthorpe Sport Ground, where Pacalthorpe will take on Union Stars 1. Union Stars 1 are currently the lock leaders. Then Knysna Cavaliers will be at home against New Dawn Park. New Dawn Park, who's been promoted at the beginning of the season, they are still without a victory, so it will be a great test for them. Then George will host Harlequins Forces at Roy Rivier. And in the last match, Union Stars 2 will host Sussex at the Bridgeton Sports Ground. So it's a tough one for Sussex, all the way to travel to Oudtshoorn. Yes. They will be full of confidence after their victory the past weekend. If I am allowed, there are also 3 matches in the Promotion League. Pirates United will take on Riversdale. Ramblers will play Heidelberg. And for me, the pick of the matches in the Promotion League will be in Plettenberg Bay, where Plet Pioneers will host Mossel Bay.
Yeah. And then, do you have an update for us, Albertus, on the school's SA20 series?
Yeah, the Girls Under 19 competition has been concluded last week with the news that Bridgeton Hub Under 19 has retained the title. They defeated the Rosemore Hub. And then this afternoon is the big showcase when Outeniqua and the Bridgeton Hub will take on one another at the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn. It's normally a great festival occasion. Bridgeton RPC or the Bridgeton Hub are the defending champions, so it's all to play for this afternoon.
Yeah, and that's taking place where, Albertus?
It's at the main ground, the recreation ground in Oudtshoorn.
In Oudtshoorn, okay. So there we have it, you guys. All our cricket updates of last weekend's matches, and then this coming weekend's fixtures. So make sure, yeah, you guys get out to the fields and support your teams. Albertus, thank you very much for taking some time out, even if it's via Zoom. I know you are out of town, but thank you very much for taking some time out to speak to us and bringing us some very important cricket updates.
Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to back in the studio next week with some good news. Thank you very much, Lizette, and to all our viewers.
Thank you, Albertus.